is attending the first anniversary of the handshake between himself and President Kenyatta, and he is currently speaking here in Nairobi.
Tuliongea asubuhi, kasema leo ni mwaka moja, na tukasalimiana tena. Lakini mimi nilikuwa Mombasa na yeye alikuwa pande huu. Sasa mimi nilikuwa nimepanga nitakuja nifike hapa saa 3. Unfortunately, I had an aircraft, and then that aircraft developed some problems. Walijaza mafuta mingi zaidi. Sasa ile inakuja kwa parking lot, mafuta ilikuwa yanatoka. Sasa wakarudi tena kwenda kutoa mafuta. Ikachukua karibu saa 2. And that's why I was late coming here. But I told them, I've given you my word of honor, I will come, even if for only a few minutes. Because it is important. Now, I've listened to what has been said, and I'm so happy to see the faces of so many women. Pembe zote za Kenya ziko hapa. This is really very encouraging. And I've also listened to what has been said here, which is also very moving. And it captures the mood in the country 1 year ago. Because you guys remember where we were, where we've come from. And it was like, to many people, like the Berlin Wall that had come down. Or there was also another handshake in South Africa when de Klerk and Mandela shook hands, which marked the beginning of the fall of apartheid. So this, you can say, was the beginning of the fall of divisions and bad governance in our country. It took us time, as you guys know, and has already been captured. The 207 and then 2017, 10 years later. 207, we were at the brink as a country. We were at the brink as a country. 2017, we were again at the brink as a country. And we said we don't want ever to go there as a people. So we took a journey down the memory lane. Where did we come from? How did we get where we are as a country? How do we get out of this? Those are the hard questions that we ask ourselves. And a time always comes in the history of a country when those questions must be asked and answered. Because some of you, I can see that few were there at that time. There are times when this Nairobi did not belong to us. Not far away from here, there are hotels. First next here is the United Kenya Club. No Africans could be members there. Then there's Norfolk. Then the New Stanley. There's New Avenue. And then what was then called the Queen's Hotel. It became Bruna's before it became Feather Towers. When it was called the Queen's Hotel, there was a sign outside there, even at the Norfolk, that Africans and dogs are not allowed here. Africans and dogs are not allowed. Those are the signs, and I saw them myself when I was growing up. So, how did we get where we are? Our people decided to unite and fight against colonialism. And they came together as one people. Because to a white man, to a Mzungu, you are just a bloody African. Bloody African. So, our people said, for how long are we going to be treated like dogs in our own country? We are not dogs. We are human beings. And they united as one people at that time. There was no Mukamba, there was no Karenjin, no Kikuyu, no Jaluo, no Mugriama, no Borana, no Somalia. They are all one people, Kenyans. That is how colonialism was driven out of this country. And at that time, we had a real nationalism. People were united for a common purpose. But after independence, then the ugly animal called ethnicity reared its ugly head. And the circumstances, you can say exactly how it came about. And that is what split the nationalist movement. Then the elite moved in and cushioned it and capitalized on it. And this is not unique to Kenya. It happened in Zambia, it happened in Congo, it happened in Ghana, it happened in Nigeria, it happened in Uganda next door. So it's not unique to Kenya. Ethnic warlords, we are the people, we are the ruling class. We are more in numbers. We are this house and this house. And then the nationalist movement was divided, so people began now to fight along ethnic lines. This is what has brought us where we are. And then we started multipartyism. But again, that animal was all the time present. Because of ethnicity, that found split. It is because of this that we ended up with Ford Asili, Ford Kenya, the DP, Ford People. We moved on. We formed NAC. Again, that animal reared its head. In NAC, when we came together and we said Kibaki Tosha, some people said, no Luo can vote for a Kikuyu. But when you said there was never war between Luos and Kikuyus, the differences were ideological. And then the time came. 98.5% of Luos voted for Kibaki. Showing that this thing is very artificial, just on the surface. It's only the elite in competition for sharing the resources in the country who invoke that animal called ethnicity. It does not exist among the people. It does not exist among the common men and women down there in the rural areas. If they're given proper guidance, they will do what is right for the country. So we then went back to the ethnic cocoons. And that's how we ended up with 207. And then that's how we ended up with some of our people in The Hague, ICC. Then we are saying, look, we don't want our people to be taken, to be tried outside our country. Kofi Annan told me and Kibaki, don't allow people to be taken to The Hague. I know that court, it was standard under my charge as the Secretary General of UN. And we went to Parliament to give people bunges. Let us set up a local tribunal. A local tribunal will be manipulated. Therefore, don't be vague. Let us go to The Hague. Later on to stand, it is RAILA because he did not want competition, who wanted to take some people to The Hague. That came. We ended up 2013. 2017, the same. We were like that. We were NASA, Jubilee. Again, the animal invoked. Violence is used. The common man is always the victim. 2007, we lost so many people. This is the time we lost so many other people. You remember when we came from the US, traveling from the airport to Uhuru Park. Took us 6 hours. By the time we arrived there, we had lost 18 people through the bullets. And in total, we had lost 350 people. So people said, no, we cannot have this anymore. They said, no, let us move on. So he said, no, we will go and train. And we took the oath. Then they now said, no, now let us go and take all the portraits of Uhuru, heap them somewhere, and burn all of them. And we begin to collect taxes and run our own affairs. Enough is enough. So the others told Uhuru, RAILA has been sworn in. And we said, if he was sworn in, let him engage in prison and hang him so that we forget this chapter. Those are the two extremes. Uhuru akaona hii si sawa, RAILA akaona hii si sawa. So tukasema basi tuzungumze. What's it called? Councils of Goodwill. Dialogue. And then we sat down and talked. Two people, only two people were taking the oath. And we took the journey down the memory lane and said, never again should we take our country here. This country must be bigger than all of us, our egos. If you agree that you are going to deal with A, B, C, D, and you are identified, then we can have something to bequeath the future generation, a country as united. Kenya is always a dream waiting to happen. The founding fathers of our country owned the Kenyan dream. God of all creation, bless this land of ours. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Plenty be found within our borders. That's a Kenyan dream. A God-fearing nation. Number two, justice is the shield and defender. How does justice become a shield and defender? There's democracy. That's when justice is a shield and defender. May we dwell in unity. There is no discrimination either on the basis of ethnicity, on the basis of gender, on the basis of race, on the basis of religion. A united country. Peace. Peace is not merely the absence of war. Peace means so many other things. A hungry person is not a peaceful person. A hungry person is an angry person. Then and liberty. People who are liberated, who are free, who are not molested in any way or the other. But then plenty be found within our borders. That plenty was not going to drop like manna from heaven. It was going to come through the sweat and toil of the people of Kenya. So you must give the people of Kenya the opportunity to create that wealth. They must be empowered from childhood. They must be able to get proper education from nursery to primary, to secondary, to university. That is when they can be able to gainfully be employed. And they must be healthy people. Healthy people, they must have equal access to quality health care, whether they have money or no money. And they must be able to be gainfully employed so that they become instrument for wealth creation. Those are the things. Then the plenty will be found. And in the Bible, the plenty is found in a land that is called Canaan. That's why we say we are on the journey to Canaan. That's what we said. To Canaan. That is why that was the purpose of that message, going to Canaan. We are taking our people to Canaan. And we agreed with my brother, yes. We had said, we are going to Canaan and you are going to Egypt. Now let us meet together and go to Canaan. But let us now build bridges across the River Jordan, so that we can cross Jordan and enter Canaan. When we were through and had a meeting of minds, then we now said, let us now get other people, experts. We looked for them. One of them is here, Paul Mangi. Representing me. If you want to know that there was no ethnicity in this issue. And Uhuru brought Martin Kimani. That was his best. So you see, two Kikuyus were working on this issue. And it's not an issue. They are all Kenyans. Okay? So then they went and put it down. We shared it with Paul and said, no, this is not right, this is not right, rekebisha hapa na hapa. Uhuru also said, hapa rekebisha. Mpaka tukasema, sasa hii ni sawa sawa. Then we called it Building Bridges Initiative. Bridges that unite the people of Kenya, different ethnic communities in our country, different religions, different gender in our country, the youth, the disabled, and so on, all must be part and parcel of this solution. Then we now decided to look for people who can spearhead this process. And we looked for them, and you can see some of them are here. You've seen them here. Oh, kwa nini hakuweka fulani, afana, hao ndio Wakenya vile ni Wakenya ni hawa. Anybody can do anything in this country. So we had pointed out reasons why, and there are 9 points which are there in the MOU. Those may not be all, but some of them, what we thought were the most critical issues that needed to be dealt with. And we put it there. But they have also liberty to look at other things. And say, let Kenyans come and express their views how they want us to improve. Because we have had a new constitution which had been prepared very exhaustively. They say the Kenya's constitution making process was the most consultative. We brought in some of the best experts in the world. When I was looking for the chairman to chair the Constitutional Review Commission, I went to Commonwealth headquarters